Madam Chairperson, Ministers, Director General, Ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen, and all my friends. I thank Minister Susana Malcora, the government and the people of Argentina for their warm hospitality and for organizing this conference in such a magnificent manner. The expansion of global trade is our vision in the WTO. All countries stand to benefit from it. Therefore, at MC11, we urge the entire WTO membership to unequivocally reaffirm the importance of a rules-based multilateral trading system as enshrined in Marrakesh Agreement. The outcome of the expansion of global trade must be development. India calls upon the WTO membership to re-endorse the centrality of development in WTO negotiations without creating a new subcategories of countries. At MC11, we look forward to constructive engagement of the entire WTO membership for taking final decisions in areas where specific mandates were provided at Nairobi. One such issue is a permanent solution for public stockholding for food security purposes. This is a matter of survival for 800 million hungry and undernourished people of the world. A successful resolution of this issue would fulfill our collective commitment to the global community. In this context, we cannot envisage any negotiated outcome at MC11 which does not include a permanent solution. Turning to agriculture domestic support, the agreement on agriculture provides considerable flexibility to the developed members to provide huge subsidies and further to concentrate these subsidies on a few products. This asymmetry needs to be addressed as a first step in agriculture reform through a post-MC11 work program without, however, shifting the burden of reduction of agriculture subsidies to developing countries. India recognizes that some progress has been made in the area of fisheries subsidies. We can agree to future work on this issue towards an outcome at MC12 that preserves the policy space for developing countries to support millions who depend on traditional fishing activity as a sole source of livelihood. On services, India has engaged constructively with the proponents of the domestic regulation disciplines. However, I am apprehensive that a present approach in the negotiations will not lead to any fruitful outcomes at MC11. A work program for services including DR and some elements of India's proposal on trade facilitation in services, including Mode 4, can take the services agenda forward. Turning to some of the new issues that are sought to be introduced into the negotiating agenda at the WTO, it is India's view agreeing to this would be extremely divisive. Many of these issues are neither trade-related nor have these been discussed in detail. For instance, on e-commerce, India's view that the gains from e-commerce must not be confused with the gains from negotiating binding rules in this area. It is for this reason that we support continuation of 1998 work program with its non-negotiating mandate. In the context, shifting the priority from DDA issues to non-trade issues like investment facilitation and MSMEs, for which there is no mandate, is very difficult to accept. Let me take this opportunity to express India's concern at the inordinate delay in the appointment of new members to the appellate body. We need to collectively and expeditiously resolve this impasse. We are increasingly seeing that the discourse on development at the WTO is sought to be deflected by specious agreement based on aggregate GDP figures. While in India, we are proud of our GDP and growth rates, which are the largest in terms of the large economies, these growth rates of recent years, propelled by innovative economic policies of my government, we cannot ignore that India is home to more than 600 million poor people. Therefore, we are legitimate demanders for special and differential treatment for developing countries. It is also noteworthy that many developed countries of today have benefited from long periods of derogation from GATT rules in the area of agriculture and textiles. In conclusion, let me say that at a time when the global trade environment is extremely fragile, let this ministerial conference be an occasion for concluding the unfinished agenda of the Doha work program and collectively strive to preserve and revitalize the WTO. We are committed to provide all assistance, all help, all cooperation to all those to achieve this overall mandate. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.